Hey guys, my name is Miriam Morales. I'm here with my boyfriend Alfredo, and this is gonna be a story time video of how we met. And yeah, so it all started last year.
Oh shit, you started already?
1 week before winter break. It was when he first came. And so I wasn't I didn't know we had a new kid in school, and this kid right here, and I was like, hold up, because he looks like this one other kid that I know named Ahmed. They look like twins, you know. So I was like, there's two. So I turned around to my friends and I was like, girl, like there's a new kid in this school. He kind of cute, you know. I was like, I'm about to make my move. And then they're like, girl, you got this. Like, go up to him, like make your move, da 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 da. And I was like, I bet. So what I told myself was, I don't know him, he don't know me. So, you know, like, he doesn't know me. Well, at the time he didn't know me. So I was like, all right, like, what is there to like lose? So I go to him, and this kid, he's in front of me, right? And he's not facing me, like he's facing forward, so he's like in front of me. And I tap his shoulder, right? Like I legit went like this. I was like pew, pew, twice, and he turns around so confused, and I was like, hi, like I was like, hi, are you Mexican? This kid, yeah. And I was like, do you speak Spanish? Cause the kid that he looked like, Ahmed, he was Arabic. So I asked if he was like, you know, if he spoke Spanish. So I was like, do you speak Spanish? Yeah. And I was like, oh. I was like, what's your name? Alfredo. What?
Alfredo.
And then he said it louder to where I was able to hear. And I was like, oh. And then I kind of got the vibe like this boy is dry. He not asking me questions. He not trying to get to know a gal. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna end this conversation and go back to line. So basically I was like, oh, well, my name is Miriam Morales. Okay. And he like turns back around. I was like, dang, you know, like, you know, I kind of expected more, but I was like, you know what, whatever. He a new kid. So I went back in line. You know, and I told my friends, I was like, girl, yeah, he cute, he talked to me, da 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 da. You know, but my heart was low-key broken. I was like, dang, I expected more. So
I was like a freak. The hell? How my car making me look weird? Oh, I don't know. When she came up to me and touched my back, I was like, who the fuck touched him? I turned around like, goddamn, this girl got a big ass booty. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, I was new at that school, and I don't know, you know, she just left. She wasn't even gonna talk to me no more. No, she was rude, you know, hella rude. She tapped me, she didn't come in front of me and say hello. She's like, hello? I was like, the fuck you say hello to? But you know, I didn't say that. And like, are you new to the school? Or nah, have you ever seen me in the motherfucking school? Of course the fuck I am. The hell you think? Huh? Yeah.
well, so after that traumatizing experience, you know, that same day I went home after like I talked to this dude, right? And I went to my mom and I was like, Mom, like I just like saw a kid. And like I like him, like I got a crush on him. He knew and everything. And then my mom, she was like, "Ooh, mija, like what his name?" And I was like, "If I remember, it's Alfredo." And then she's like, "Oh, that's good." And I was like, "Yeah." It's that same day I told this one kid who I liked. I don't know, like they started like conversating. Like he sent me screenshots and everything, and he kept telling this kid, ask her out, like she's a real good girl, you know, etc. And you know, I was kind of shook. I was like, at this point I was like nervous. I didn't want to go up to him no more. I didn't want to talk to him because I'm my friend. And he was like, he kept telling him like, ask her out. And like, you know, even though like it wasn't verbally, it was through text messages, I could like get the vibe like, oh, he don't want to go out with me, you know. And like, I understand that, because like, why would you go out with somebody that you don't even know? But what's it call it, he lied. He was like, I'll ask her out in 2 weeks. And like I said, he came the week before we started winter break, so we had 2 weeks of winter break. So basically when I came back to school, he was gonna ask me out. So I was like, you know, I was really debating. I was like, should I even like say yes to him? Like, I don't even know the kid. I don't even know what his intentions are, you know. And we go to school, right? I'm over here excited. I'm like, damn, I'm about to get a man. Da, 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 da. He doesn't ask me out.
Why?
Why?
Because I wasn't ready.
Because he wasn't ready. And so, what's it gonna call it? You know, I was kind of a little heartbroken, but I felt like that day was like the day where I was like really like around him. Like for some reason I was just like closer to him physically. Like I'll be near the bathrooms and like I'll turn around and he'll be right there, and I'm like, is he trying to make his move? Like, you know, I even walk slowly to my classes, you know, to give him time to like go to me.
Hi,
but so yeah. And so afterwards, on March 10th, him and his little best friend,
fuck his best friend,
his little friend he always hung out with, Baldo.
I fuck that nigga too.
You need to stop cursing. Baldo, his friend. So basically they made a deal saying, if you ask this girl out, I'll ask Maria out. And you know, I didn't know about it till like, you know, a couple months ago. So, you know, March 10th, you know, his friend asks out the girl he liked, and it was supposed to be his turn because they made a deal, right? But I guess like every boy in the cafeteria in the morning, they're like, ask her out, like it's your turn, da, da, da. And then, you know, I was like, what the heck, you know? I was like, and I was really sick this day too. I had a fever. And so yeah, but he didn't ask me out the morning. And then it came to my history class, and one of our mutual friends comes to me, and she was like, oh, Alfredo said if you want to go out with him, da 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 da.
Lies.
And I was like, if you really want to go out with me, he could do it face to face, girl, you know. And then she was like, no, just answer his question. And I was like, no, because that same moment they called me to the office to go home because I was sick. You know, the nurse didn't let me stay. 10 days later, March 20th, the day he asked me out, it was I don't know, like, okay, so I go to school, right? And actually the day before he asked me out on a Monday. So on Sunday, Aline texted me and was like, girl, dress pretty tomorrow, Alfredo's gonna ask you out, like, I noticed. So I was like, I go to school, you know, looking fly. I was like, I look decent. Looking back at it, I look decent.
Nah. You know, yeah, she look more than decent. Like always.
Whatever.
Ooh.
So I get to school and I don't know. I don't see this kid like making moves or anything. So I was like, oh, I'm like, he probably not gonna ask me out, like whatever. And what's it gonna call it? I go to my 6-hour class. And at the end of 6 hour, before I get to my bus room, I had to pass his bus room, and he usually stands outside his bus room. So as I'm walking out to my bus room, walking towards my bus room, he's like outside waiting for like his bus room or whatever, his bus room teacher. And hold on, wait. Okay, so there's people crowding all over me and him. Like, there's like, you know how like, you know, middle schoolers are, you know, they crowd around whenever like some about happen big. So everybody was crowding me and him, and I was walking with my friend Didi, right? And I was like walking with her like locked arms, And I see that she notices people were like starting to like surround me and him. So you know, I Didi like walk faster because at this point I'm starting to get nervous. Girl had pushed him into my way. He looks at me and I look at him and I can feel my face getting red. Like I feel it. And that's when he's like, you wanna go out with me? And then like, can you not? I like practice like how I was gonna respond back. You know, like I was like practicing acting out, you know. And I was like, when he asked me out, I'm gonna be bold and I'm gonna say like my answer clear. Like I'm gonna be like yes, you know, like a solid answer, you know. But instead, I was like, how I was locked arms with Didi. I kind of like went on her shoulder, and I was like, yeah. And like I was like, dang, all my acting, all that, you know, and I don't even use it. You know, I was kind of disappointed in myself. I was like, I could have done better. And yeah, he asked me out and I was like, yeah. And like we didn't even hug after that. We didn't even kiss after that. I just walked.
Hasta que era beso.
I don't know. I be seeing that like La Rosa de Guadalupe, you know, they be kissing, like they be like, we didn't like do nothing. Like I didn't even hug him. We just walked. We just, you didn't even hug me either. You didn't even try to. So we just like he was standing, so I just like kept continuing walking. And then as I walked to my bus room, you know, I told all my friends, I was like, girl, I got a man's down. His name Alfredo. Like, y'all know him. And yeah, like, I don't know. I didn't really expect him to like go out with me. Just by the fact that when he came, there's like a lot of females all up on him.
I chose her over all of them because she was the hottest one and the finest one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how we met, or that's how he asked me out, I guess.
I want my own girl now. So, you know, I asked this girl out. And she became my girl. Even though I was still deciding in my head when I was saying it to her. But then I say yes. But then yeah. Then yeah. Now it's like a year, what? A year. Shit, hold on, don't. A year and 2 months.
About to be 3.
I'll be 3.
That's how I met this dude. And that's how me and him got together. You know. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys did, like, comment, subscribe. I'm just playing. You guys don't have to do that. I mean, you guys can, you know. I wouldn't mind, you know.
I like to comment if you don't want this Cheeto.